Day 30, we have the biggest curveball on my list. I know that it's Halloween and it's October and we've been doing horror movies all month. I actually have a non-horror movie for day 30. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. Here we go. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein was released in 1948. The Wolfman tries to warn a dim-witted porter that Dracula wants his brain for Frankenstein monster's body. That synopsis probably makes everybody scratch their heads if you have not heard of this. And this is going to be the only non-horror movie on my list for October, and for obvious reasons. Not only does it feature almost every single Universal monster, but it has some really cool set pieces and designs, and just the overall horror aesthetic of it is very fitting. This film has honestly been in my life as long as I can remember. Abbott and Costello and The Three Stooges and I Love Lucy, just all of these older movies and TV shows. Three Stooges worked for me, but I eventually fell out of that. But Abbott and Costello, especially this movie, has always been something that I revisited, and it just carries so much nostalgia with it, and it's got a lot of sentimental value, and the comedy holds up surprisingly well, at least for my taste. For it being made in the 40s, it's just a very simple slapstick type comedy, and it works so well, and they don't make movies like this anymore, and I just hold this movie so near and dear to my heart. This is peak Abbott and Costello, excluding their Who's on First skit, because nothing's ever going to top that. But this is second in line. This is peak comedy. This is when they are at their best. The way that Abbott and Costello feed off of each other, no matter how over the top it seems, or no matter how dramatic they're being, they always play off of each other so very well. The comedy always feels authentic and not forced, and it just makes for great rewatchability. Not to mention the actors that you have in here immortalizing their Universal monsters. You do have Lon Chaney as the Wolfman. You do have Bela Lugosi as Dracula, and they're all in top form every single time they're on screen. It's always captivating. And what's ingenious is the scenes that feature the monsters have a serious tone, and it carries the weight. Everything is amplified more and played up, and everything just seems that much more dramatic. The filmmaking techniques and the sets are very dated, and you can tell that they were very cheaply put together. But honestly, living in a day and age where everything can be created perfectly with a computer, you really enjoy the practicality of it and how simple things seem to have been back then. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein is a crazy horror parody, and it plays into the absolute best of the best when it comes to the Universal tropes. Give it a watch and a laugh, and I know I say this with many videos, but if you do decide to check this out and you haven't seen it, please let me know if you liked it, because I never know if this kind of comedy is going to work for people. But for those that do appreciate it, we need to stick together. This movie's not streaming anywhere. Anywhere that you want to watch it, you're going to have to rent it for $3.99, or use your own methods to find it for free. That will do it for day 30. Come back here tomorrow for day 31. I bet you can guess what movie I'm going to be reviewing tomorrow. But nonetheless, come back for what I have to say, and I'll see you then. Peace.